Oh, yes, it is a breaking news Friday here at Occupy Democrats, and President Donald Trump has woken up from his cankle-ridden catnap all cranky and gone nuts on Truth Social like a 9-month-old missing his sippy cup. Because if you haven't noticed, over the last 10 years, Donald Trump's thing is the exact mirror of an old cliche, if you spot it, you got it. Which is a therapy phrase meaning if you can identify something, it's because you are carrying it yourself. Well, what Donald Trump always does, as he does in this breaking story, is whatever it is he's pointing a finger at is the very thing the three fingers are pointing back at him that he's guilty of. And I'm going to show that to you in a few seconds. But you remember when he said this a month ago about Epstein?
The Epstein files over to the House Oversight Committee today. Are you in support of them releasing all of them?
Keeping it open.
If they wanted to release,
people shouldn't be hurt, but I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. You got a lot of people that it could be mentioned in those files that don't deserve to be people, because he knew everybody in Palm Beach. I don't know anything about that, but I have said to Pam and everybody else, give them everything you can give them, because it's a Democrat hoax. That's just a hoax. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax. No, this is a Democratic hoax to try and get the significance of what we've done over the past 7 months. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They say it's #1 in history.
And then, of course, his deputy director of the FBI got all his hair up on his back and was playing tough ball Bongino because he was going to quit over it. This.
All right, this breaking news. Sources tell CNN that Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino has told people that he's considering resigning amid a major clash between the FBI and DOJ over the continued fallout from the release, or lack thereof, of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Joining us right now on the phone is CNN anchor and chief White House correspondent Caitlin Collins. Caitlin, what more are you learning?
Yeah, Fred, it remains to be seen if he actually follows through with what he has told colleagues.
And yet, in the end, Donald Trump once again goes back to the playbook and comments like this.
Democrat hoax that never ends. You know, it reminds me a little of the Kennedy situation. We gave him everything over and over again, more and more and more, and nobody's ever satisfied. From what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given. But it's really a Democrat hoax because they're trying to get people to talk about something that's totally irrelevant to the success that we've had as a nation since I've been president.
Except, Donald, all the pages you released were pages 98% we already had, nothing new, and Kennedy wasn't everything either. So once again, you're lying. But in this breaking story, he goes to bed and wakes up, and if you didn't have to defend anything, why would you need to write this to the American people? Check out this breaking story. Breaking news, Donald J. Trump, @RealDonaldTrump on Truth Social, in quote, "The confused and badly failing Democrat Party did nothing about Jeffrey Epstein while he was alive except befriend him, socialize with him, travel to his island, and take his money. They knew everything there was to know about Epstein, but now, years after his death, they, out of nowhere, are seeming to show such love and heartfelt concern for his victims. Does anybody really believe that? Where were they during his very public trials and for all those years before his death? The answer is, in quotes, nowhere to be found. The now dying, after the DOJ gave thousands of pages of documents in full compliance with a very comprehensive and exacting subpoena from Congress, Epstein case was only brought back to life by the radical left Democrats because they are doing so poorly with the lowest poll numbers in history of the party, 16%, while the Republicans are doing so well, amongst the highest approval numbers the party has ever had. The Dems don't care about the victims, as proven by the fact that they never did before. This is merely another Democrat hoax, all caps, just like Russia, 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 and all of the others, in order to deflect and distract from the great success of a Republican president and the record-setting failure of the previous administration and the Democrat Party. The Department of Justice has done its job. They have given everything requested of them. It's time to end the Democrat Epstein hoax and give the Republicans credit for the great, even legendary job they're doing. All caps, make America great again. Donald Trump, the deflector. Donald Trump, the dismisser. Donald Trump is the denier. How great the Republicans are doing. Is that why all the farmers in the heartland are suing you because they're going out of business due to your tariffs? Is that why more than 90% of many Americans want all of the Epstein files released? Is that why the stock market's going down? Is that why inflation's on the rise? Yeah, you're just denying it all, Donald, and this time it's not going to work. And oh, by the way, just so you know, the person leading the charge isn't a Democrat. It's Representative Massey, who's a Republican. Yeah, whoopsie poop. So whether or not you want to continue to try and play this game like it's a hoax, we know it's not. And we know it's not because your boy Alex Acosta, who was on the case back then when George W. Bush appointed Acosta to do it, yeah, you made him his labor secretary in 2017. And oddly, in 2019, when you were still president, he had to resign because of the allegations that came back up regarding what he didn't do for the Epstein files. You're dead wrong times 20. Just admit it, Donald. This one isn't going away. It's not a hoax, and you're not going to be able to hide it forever. You guys have a great weekend.